Hi guys. So another video of the favorite teams. Now it's the NFL. So like the last season's over. The Rams just won. So not NFL. Sorry guys, it's not NFL. It's I did a mistake. It's MLB. So sorry about that. I got mistaken there. So right now I got 30 teams. My last team is I like underdogs a lot, so it's not like basketball. I love the Lakers. The baseball, I don't really like the Dodgers. Dodgers, they I don't know if they buy players like the next teams I'm gonna put. They buy players to win a championship, and they're really too hard to beat them in the playoff, and that sucks. I think, and I'm not a big fan of that. It's like the Astros. I think they cheated, and then they cheated a championship. And I never really liked the Astros, but in the 90s they used to have Bagwell. I used to like that player. And that's the only time I like something about the Astros. And it's gonna be really hard to pick players in my favorite players of the teams. And you'll see where I go with this. Like Yankees, the same way. There's one exception in the teams that has more money than the other teams. Yankees, they always beat my teams, and I don't. It's the same thing with the Astros. They beat my teams that I like, and the Yankees year after year they beat my team, and I don't like that. And I'm not a big fan. And players that I like go in that team, like. I'm a huge Josh Donaldson fan, and he went there this year, and I'm not even watching his games because it doesn't fit for me. It doesn't fit well. I don't know. It feels weird to see Josh Donaldson in that team, but just how it is. Texas. Well, they win the playoff against the Blue Jays, and I don't really like the Texas Rangers. The Rangers, I don't know. And then they got players of my team. They just grab players to go deep in the playoff. Not a big fan of and it's the same thing with the Royals. The Royals, I never been a big fan of the Royals. And they play against the Blue Jays in the playoff, and they beat us. I think we beat them, and then they beat us. But it's the same thing. I'm not a big fan of the Royals, and it's the same thing with Cleveland. They play against my team in the playoff, and they grab players I like. And now I don't have a magnet of the Guardians now, they're called. But I'm going to try to get one. It's really hard to find. If you guys know a place that has the sticker of that team, if you know, everywhere I check, they're all expensive. But Cleveland, I didn't mind the 90s and 2000 of Cleveland. I didn't mind them, but lately, no. Giants, they went up lately, but I never was a Barry Bond fan. Never was a Giant fan. I just don't like them. And it's really weird because I like Golden State, and it's the San Francisco area. And I don't like the Giants. I just don't like them. It's the same thing with Washington. It used to be Expos. I used to like the Expos. I don't have the Expos on here, but I love the Expos. They're close where I am. I'm a Canadian guy, and then I don't know. They're not that great. Every year they won a few years ago with Bruce Harper, but it's not a guy that I like either. And then White Sox. Not a big fan of White Sox because I like the other Sox. I think it's like weird. It's this, and then it's Chicago. I like the other Chicago team too, so they're not there. So, and then they got the Twins. I used to like the Twins. I watched it a little bit when last year when Josh Donaldson was there, but something I don't like about the Twins is I don't really follow Detroit. I don't really follow Detroit that much. There's parts I liked about them, but not really a big fan. Mariners, the only time I actually watched the Mariners, I watched them last year because they play against my team, and that's why they're low. They're against my team, not low like the Astros. I liked when what's his name, Ken Griffey Jr. was there, and Ichiro. I didn't mind Ichiro. He was a really good hitter. Arizona. I think that's where Randy Johnson played, and I actually like Randy Johnson. So, but it's just because they're not good every year. It's really hard to watch them. It's the same thing with the Marlins. Not really a team that is very good. They don't win a lot. So, I don't really watch them. And it's surprising they're not down here because they should be down here. I don't watch them that much because they don't win. But these teams I don't like. I really don't. Phillies, they went up lately. They went up because I didn't like them in the 2000s. I didn't like them. But they've been going younger and they've been playing very well. I don't mind them. Angels, I used to like them in the 2000s. There's a point they were really good in the playoff. They were scoring like crazy. I used to like the Angels. Then the Mets is the only team in New York that I like. I used to like when Mike Piazza was there. I used to like the pitchers. Even if he played against the teams I like, I didn't mind. I didn't mind them. I got the Cardinals here. I used to like, even if the chaos with Mark McGwire and all that, I used to like watching Mark McGwire against Sammy Sosa. That run, I used to like it a lot. And you got Orioles. Orioles is up and down. I like them when they had Cal Ripken. I like them still because I still watch them because they play against my teams and they don't really hurt my team, so I enjoy watching them. The Reds also, they don't really are that great, but they're like in the middle, so I still watch them. The Rays, I used to like them when they were Devil Rays. They used to be one of my favorite teams because of the Devil Rays, and they changed it. I didn't know why they did that. I don't like them that much, but I mean they're still my top 10. But like I hate more the Yankees than them. So, and the Orioles. So the Rays are not low, and then they get the Red Sox. I like Boston teams. It's the lowest of all Boston teams is the Red Sox, and I like them more than the White Sox. But they played a lot against my team. They eliminated my team, Blue Jays, right? So I didn't. David Ortiz, I liked him. He was really entertaining. But now I don't know. I watched them. Pirates, I just like the Pirates. I don't know. There's something with the Pirates I like. I like their team. They're not that great. I know they're not that great, but I don't know. There's something I like about them. It's the same thing with the Brewers. I just like them. I don't know why. I like what they do, and they're not that great all the time. They won a few years ago. They almost won or something like that. And then the Braves, their last year champion. I didn't like what they did with Freeman. I used to like them in the 90s with the pitching of Glavine and Maddox. I think they were really, really hard to beat. I think they only had 2 championships. I'm going to have to talk about these guys. They should have more, in my opinion, because they were really dominant. The Cubs, they won a few years ago, and you know what? I was really happy for them because they didn't win a lot. And it's the Chicago team that I like the most. I think the Cubs are... I'm going to be cheering for them all the time because they had a curse and then they got out of the curse, and let's see if they can win another one right now and not wait like 60 years, right? So San Diego, now it's going to be teams that they don't win a lot. So the Padres, they're good, but they don't really win a lot in the playoff. And I like them a lot. Well, I used to watch them a lot when I was younger. I really like this team. This team I like a lot. They're my third team. I really watch every game of Rockies. I remember when they went to the finals. They lost in the finals against I think it was the Red Sox. But they were like last team, and they won like 20 in a row or something like that. And I really like their team. I like their logo. I like their everything about them. They're just not that great in the playoff. They're just that 1 year. And then the same thing with the A's. The A's are good in the season, but really bad in the playoff. They never go far, and it sucks. Because I remember when they won like 20 in a row, and then they tank. They didn't do well in the playoff, and it sucks. I want them to win championship, but it's been a long time. So, and I love the color green. Like I said with Boston Celtics, I really like. And then the Blue Jays, because I'm a Canadian guy. I love the Blue Jays, and I used to like the A's and the Blue Jays. Donaldson was in both team. I used to follow Donaldson and A's. When he went to the Blue Jays, it was awesome. It was really sad when they just trade him. But I think those days they should have won at least one championship, but they stopped playing. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, so this is my teams. For teams of baseball. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys pick, and I'll see you soon. See you guys.